So the very first thing I want to say is that this is not misleading clickbait. The Gamer Girl of the Week in the thumbnail is in the video. She's just at the end of the video. Now, you wouldn't want to eat your dessert before you had your dinner, would you? Okay, maybe that's a stupid question. Thought your mom raised you better than that. If the lovely Gamer Girl of the Week is the only reason you're here, well, okay. Skip to this time here. I get it. Some people just want their dessert. For the rest of you, let's get on with gaming news. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. This is week 2 of gaming news here at GameShot Games, and with that, let's get right into it. First up this week, a new patch was released last Friday for the Oculus Rift with the intent to block the Revive app from working. It worked, but not without some unforeseen consequences. For those that don't know, Revive is a nifty little piece of software made by someone known as LibraVR, which lets HTC Vive owners play games made exclusively for the Oculus Rift. Now, obviously, the people at Oculus don't like this, and it's the new patch. The problem is, the patch, while blocking the Revive from working, also opened up Oculus Rift's library up to easy piracy. Now, the people at Oculus fixed the situation quickly, but we really have no way of knowing if and how many games were pirated during the accidental breach. And maybe the worst part for the Oculus developers, the patch only blocked Revive for a few days, as LibraVR released 2 new patches in the last week, the first giving access to some games, and the second giving access to the rest. LibraVR says he'll keep making workaround patches anytime Revive is blocked, but made it clear he does not support piracy, adding a message in bold to the free patch's download notes, instructing not to use his app on pirated games, though there's obviously no way to police this. So what do you think about what LibraVR is doing? He's technically not breaking any laws, but he's kind of in a gray area. Then again, more games to play is never a bad thing, so I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. For the second story today, I gotta bring it down. No Man's Sky has been delayed again. According to Kotaku, 2 sources have reached out to the site to deliver the bad news. It seems the small developer team, Hello Games, may have bitten off more than they can chew with this massive game. Just the sheer scope of No Man's Sky is enough to induce awe and wonder in players and developers alike, especially given the small size and lack of experience of this team. I just hope this game doesn't devour them. And with this now being the second delay, I have to admit I'm worried for both the game and its developers. If you remember though, The Witcher 3 had several worry-inducing delays, but they paid off, and now it's widely considered one of the best games ever made. But to be fair, CD Projekt Red had already proven that they could make a great game, which is more than Hello Games can say at the moment. No Man's Sky will be out in August. Here's to hoping they were up to the task. If that last story got you down, then this one should bring you right back up. Bethesda announced today that Fallout 4 mods will be officially coming to Xbox One this Tuesday, the 31st, which if you remember is literally the last day of the promised deadline. Obviously sooner is always better, but they did keep their word. As of now, Bethesda has only announced a few of the mods that will be available, so it's still unclear how many mods there will be and exactly which mods will be considered worthy to be chosen. The mods announced as of the making of this video are the Snap and Build mod for crafting settlements, the Alien Assault Rifle mod, and the Night Vision Goggles mod. And for all you PS4 owners, don't fret. The mods will soon be available for you sometime in June, which may very well mean June 31st if you believe in patterns. I'm sure you'll live though. If you had mods in mind when you were planning your last system purchase, you probably would have just made a PC. But that's neither here nor there. Stories. Moving on, we've got a minor controversy surrounding Blizzard's new shooter, Overwatch. And no, I'm not talking about certain third-wave feminists and SJWs getting triggered over a certain female character's tush, which happens to be rendered not photorealistically, oh no, but with artistically stylized graphics. I don't know about you, but I feel it. I'm triggered. I was such a fool before. How did I not see? How insensitive I must have been. Where do I even go from here? Wait, I got it. With you all as my witness, I promise that I'll make 5 videos explaining how video games should trigger everybody, including you. All I need from you is a pesky $160,000. Easy, right? Great. Just supply me with your hard-earned money, and I'll make at least half of the videos I promised. And don't worry, I'm definitely not conning you. Ting! Come on, people. You're getting your knickers in a twist over what basically amounts to a cartoon character. There must be a real injustice somewhere in the world you can seek your time and energy into. Anyway, all jokes and/or rants aside, back to Overwatch. What I'm talking about is something that actually has some bearing on game performance. I'm talking about the game's tick rate. For those of you that don't know what a tick rate is, in the simplest terms, it's how many times per second the game's server are updated, which simply translates to the latency during gameplay. Overwatch currently sits at 20.8 Hz tick rate, so its servers are capable of updating 20.8 times per second. Now this may seem fast, but as far as online shooters go, it sits on the lower end of the spectrum. Counter-Strike Global Offensive has a tick rate of 60 Hz, and Battlefield 4 shipped out with a 30 Hz tick rate, but now has 45 Hz available on consoles and 60 Hz on PC. Now there has been a 60 Hz server set up since Overwatch's beta, but it can only be accessed by using the custom matchmaker function. Okay, so Overwatch has a lower tick rate. You're probably wondering what that really means for the average gamer. Well, what it boils down to is things like kill trades, where you and an opponent kill each other at the same time, are bound to happen at a higher frequency. And more severe consequences are taking damage after you've already slid into cover, or worse, you die because one of the character's powerful attacks you've just activated doesn't trigger in time due to the delay. Now, this may seem like a minor issue to you, but the devs at Blizzard are taking this seriously and, quote, encourage players to test the feature themselves. Here's to hoping they continue to address the issue and are able to make 60 Hz a standard feature. For the final story today, we've got some news about two new Xbox Ones that are currently in production, one being rumored to release at the end of this year and the other sometime next year. The first one will be just a smaller, cheaper version of the Xbox One out now, except it's rumored to be sporting a 2TB hard drive, which would be twice as much storage as the largest hard drive available now for the Xbox One. The next one is a little more exciting, though not unprecedented. As of now, it's just known as codename Scorpio. And with a name like that, I feel like they're setting themselves up for failure. It's hard to live up to a giant scorpion so badass it chased Orion the Mighty Hunter out of his place in the heavens. Or maybe they're just counting on people not knowing their mythology. Well, now you know. Getting back on topic, Scorpio will have a stronger and faster GPU than the current Xbox One, with Microsoft aiming to use a GPU capable of up to 5 to 6 teraflops, which would be 4 to 5 times faster than the current GPU, which is at 1.3 teraflops. As of now, it's unclear if this is even possible, but if it is, I have to wonder if this major increase can even be fully utilized without making significant changes to the architecture of the current processor and memory of the Xbox One. Microsoft's supposed goal with these changes is to make a system capable of supporting the Oculus Rift, which is no easy feat, especially if they plan on keeping the system affordable. But at the very least, specs like this do sound promising. I do need to point out, though, that while the two new systems are almost a certainty, the specifications are, as of now, just rumors and speculation. The big question in my mind, though, is how will the Scorpio stack up against the PS 4.5? Only time will tell. So that does it for the second week of gaming news, but the episode would not be complete without a Gamer Girl of the Week. This week, I have a total gamer babe, and yes, she is actually a gamer. I swear this girl's like a damn unicorn. She's every gamer's dream, highly a suicide. I put together a small gallery of my favorite picks and also added a link to her page along with links to all the stories I covered today. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope to catch you on the next one. Game on.